welcome to episode 2 of the Small Worlds podcast. If you're coming back, thanks for joining us again. And if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. Once again, I'm Paulina, and we're here with our co host, Ali. How are you doing, Ali?
I'm doing really good. Besides the thing we're going to talk about later, everything is actually pretty chilling. Um, Good place and everything. You know how it is. Just happy
Yeah.
to be here.
Yeah. I know the recent situation has changed. I didn't know if you wanted to get into that a little bit, just for introductions.
Yes, of course, the fans deserve to know what's going on. Um, I'm in the middle of a pretty significant move, and it's not like across the pond or anything. It's across the country. We're gonna be big Canada. Um, what's a Canadian thing? Big Canada, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be crucial. It's gonna be transformative. It's gonna be transformative.
Transformative. He's in his cocoon era right now, some might say.
Yes, yes. Next time
No.
I'm back here, I'll be a butterfly.
Oh man, I can't wait. Putting on a brave face, but like it's tormenting me inside, honestly. Like I this is so sad. I'm sorry. I can't not like be like feel some type of way about it. I mean, like I can't sit here and be like, "Oh my God, this is so hard," when you're the one that's literally going through it. So, I'm not gonna make this about my emotions because I know it's as hard as it is for me to have to deal with this. I know it's even worse for you. So, we won't we will not dwell on it much longer because then we will just be crying here. And that's not how I want to open the episode.
I get it.
um, was there anything else you wanted to add?
Um, we're still doing the show. It'll be,
Yes.
it'll be, we're gonna get you guys good. We're gonna get you guys right. We're gonna get you guys right. We're gonna put out good content. This move will not hinder us. We will be, we'll come back maybe even better. Like, this is happening, and it's not happening to us as co-hosts, and you guys as the audience. It's happening for us and with us, and that's the only way to look at it.
Yes, agreed. And like you said, you'll be back and you'll be in your butterfly era or even moth era after that. Moths go into cocoons, I think. I'm pretty sure.
I like moths. I like
Me
moths.
too. Oh my gosh. I will say, I told myself I would never get a butterfly tattoo, but I think I'm gonna get a moth tattoo.
A moth that?
Yes. And
Yes.
like I always told myself I was like I'm not going to be one of those girls that has a butterfly tattoo. But now I'm like I think I want like a big moth like on my lower back.
I think that's the move. Oh, you know
Yeah.
what's crazy? I
Hmm.
was thinking about getting two, a moth and a dragonfly, and they were both gonna be like parallel, like against each other on my lower back.
Yeah. Whoa. We're just on the same wavelength.
It's faded.
Now,
I'm going to get. Oh, okay. I'll get the dragonfly. You get the moth.
oh my yes, yes, we're doing it. I think we should absolutely do it because now after having this conversation, honestly, if I got a moth tattooed, I don't think I could not look at it and not think of you after we just had this conversation. So now I'm like absolutely. This one on my arm right here, I me and Kane got those for his birthday. We got matching ones and so now yes, I absolutely need to get one for us also.
My birthday's coming up.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes, we have to. Yes, absolutely. We should do that. We should do that. And you're turning 22, right?
Hmm.
Exciting. Those are transformative numbers. They are.
Yeah.
Two
Ooh.
two.
And 2-2, and I was born in '02. It's synchronicity.
Whoa. I was just talking about that today with my friend, and I didn't realize this until like a few years ago, but my birthday is 12/12/2002. So 1/2/1/2/2002 is my birthday. And I'm just like, no, that there's significance there. I'm like, someone was drawing up the plans, okay? Because there's just too much significance on that, on like with those numbers to for me to not like be someone, you know?
Yeah, you've got good numbers.
Thank you. Thank you. I agree. Speaking of like birthdays and stuff, your birthday's in September.
Hmm.
Nick's birthday's in September.
Yeah,
I absolutely love Virgos so much. Like I feel like all of like the closest people in my life have all been Virgos. Like a good amount of like people that I've been close to have all been Virgos, and I feel like Virgos have always played like very significant roles in my life.
we're good people. I think we're good company to have. We've got
Yeah.
I've heard it described as an introspective nature.
Yeah. Definitely. And like what like I'm a Sagittarius. I love Sagittarians. They're like number one. I've never met a Sagittarius I didn't like. But right after Sagittarius, Virgo. Immediate, like almost equal, almost. I just, Sagittarians like just have like that little bit more of like fire and passion that I need. Virgos are very like down to earth, like cool, calm, collected people for the most part until you get a Sagittarius around them and then they're like outside of their comfort zone.
Let's
I feel like
party
that's why
type
me.
beat.
Yes, yes, exactly. And like you said, like they're just good company to have. And then like when you like pair them like with a like more outgoing person, like I feel like that's why me and Nick like are so good together is because like he kind of keeps me grounded with his collectedness and I feel like I kind of get him out of his comfort zone and like get him to do things that like he normally wouldn't do.
I get that. I get that. My friend in Austin, uh, I've mentioned him. He's been on the Owl's Nest, and he's gonna get a name drop here, a little mention. Corin, he's a Sagittarius, and
Oh yeah.
when we were doing our thing, it was chaos for everything around us. He got me to do things I'd never do before, and I got him to think about things he'd never thought about, and I
Yeah.
think that's a really important dynamic.
I remember you like we've been friends for a while and I remember you've always like mentioned him, Corin and everything and I think the Sagittarius Virgo dynamic is very needed.
Definitely. I've got to. There's gonna be a time where like those worlds kind of combine, and
Yes.
it's gonna be fun because everyone's like what are they called? Like an Easter egg almost, and
Yeah.
it's like we got to get a shared universe going.
It's like eventually like when we meet, it's like we're gonna enter stage left and like the applaud like is gonna like roll and I have to like pause and look at the camera really quick. And like you remember like on those like sitcoms like when the star when the guest star would walk in and everyone's clapping and they're like that's gonna be us like when we like when like you said like when those worlds like finally do meet.
Definitely. I'm picturing it now. The stage is there, the audience is there, and like the little applause sign is lighting up.
Yes, definitely. That is definitely like it has to go on the list of things that need to be done very soon. Something that needs to happen. Something I don't think we mentioned last episode is that we kind of wanted to do like a continuous theme for our seasons. I know we didn't want to like hone in too much on one theme because we didn't want to like I guess restrict ourselves to like one topic necessarily. But this season we were kind of wanting to focus a little bit more on social media. And so this episode is going to be kind of continuing the conversation that we were having last episode. So last episode we kind of left off talking about like how it's more normalized now to pursue like your hobbies and your interests, especially as a career or like a means to make money, like because of social media, like just like the whole culture around social media, like the way that it's changed and the way that it's evolved. I don't know if you wanted to add anything to that.
Yeah, definitely. This new evolution of social media has us in a sort of influencer economy where if you're personable, you're advertiser friendly, you're passionate, you can have the world at your fingertips because everyone's got a phone, everyone's trying to find connection, everyone's trying to find purpose and community. And what this provides is the kind of perfect storm for all of that, especially with how things happened in the pandemic and how the internet became too crucial for our daily lives. I mean, like, the internet was important before, of course, but we can see it grow through like the decades, right? With the 90s being the birth, the 2000s being its like growing phase, 2010s being its like angsty teen phase, and now it's like an adult, and it's
Yeah.
becoming what it needs to be for us to evolve almost as a species, you know?
Yeah. And I love that like you immediately were talking about like the evolution like of social media, and I think you broke down the evolution a lot better than I was thinking about it, because I guess I was thinking about it more like recently in like before pandemic, during pandemic, after pandemic. Like that's the way I was thinking about it more, but I really like that you went into like the whole like from the 90s up until now, like it has really been the like whole evolution of social media, and the dynamic like every decade has changed so much. But I think like kind of how we were talking about last episode, that before the pandemic, you know, it was like kind of like in its angsty teen years, it was kind of like oh, like that's on the internet, you know, like that's not real life, like that's not something that is attainable to us, like that's the internet, you know. And then kind of like getting into like its early, I don't know, like maybe like its late teens, early 20s era of the internet, it that was like the pandemic, right? And like when we kind of just started posting like our day-to-day regular lives on the internet and started forming communities and being more comfortable, and you know, the third place and everything like that, and kind of having a safe place on the internet. And then after the pandemic, it evolved into what it is now, which is like this weird, like you were saying, like just like revenue opportunity, and like just a means to spread whatever narrative like you want to. Like you said, if you can easily advertise things, then you can pretty much spread whatever narrative you'd like to, and also profit off of those narratives.
It's it comes down to well, I don't want to say it comes down to money, um, but it makes money. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's our I almost want to say responsibility to like attempt to extract an internet resource.
Yeah. And that's funny that you use the word resource, because I was literally gonna say like it's a tool now. Like now it's just like it like we kind of use it for like formed communities and like connecting, and like there was a sense of social to social media, and now it's kind of like more of like a tool, like how can I use this algorithm to my advantage, not necessarily to like connect or to be social on here, but more to like re what is the word, like reaffirm, I guess, like more, instead of using social media as like a social platform, it's more like how can I use this to reaffirm like the what I'm creating, if that makes sense. Not really like not really about the communities, more about how can the community reaffirm what I'm creating for myself in a way.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Like a feedback loop.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, That's what we're trying to do, you know? We're
I
we're
think okay. I mean, I was just gonna say like I when I was like thinking about what we were gonna talk about this episode and everything, that did like cross my mind. I'm like, isn't that exactly what we're doing? Like we're spreading a narrative, trying to get this feedback, reaffirming what we're trying to put out there. That did cross my mind, but I think I think, and hopefully I don't ever look back on this and like regret saying this, but like I I will never ever post on my social media like I am a content creator. I will always post on there like I'm a regular person because I cannot stand like the whole influencer content creation, like just that whole like everything about it, it just literally like makes me mad, honestly, which we're gonna get into a little bit more later, like the reasons why it makes me upset. But like I said, like when I was thinking about like what did I want to talk about this episode, like, and I was getting into these topics, I was like, isn't this literally what we're trying to do? But I feel like one thing that like kind of sets us apart is that I mean, at least one of my goals is that I am looking for community, I am looking for people to connect with and like people who want to keep the conversation going. I'm not looking for people to just sit here and be like, good podcast, nice job, guys. Like, I want people to, in a way, I want people to disagree with me. I want people to tell me, like, well, oh, what did you ever think about this? Like, I know you said this, but, I also have these ideas. And that's really my intention with this. It's not for people to just pat me on the back and tell me that I'm doing a good job.
No, I get that. I get that completely. I'm more in line with that than any sort of like influencer agenda, you know? I
Yeah.
think I don't want to be like us versus them, but I think the thing that like we're really honing in on is our authenticity because that's what brings in the
Yes.
community, that's what brings in the connection, and that's like
Yes.
what the creation part of content creation is, you know?
Yes, exactly. And like when I was like I said when I was getting into these topics and everything, I know you said you don't want it to be like us versus them, but I couldn't not like compare the differences between certain content creators and other content creators because like you said there are some content creators that do have that like authenticity and you can see that this is just their job, they're still a real person and they're never acting like they aren't who they are, but there are definitely content creators, influencers, streamers that are pushing a certain agenda of I don't is in authenticity a word?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
Okay.
think so.
Like are okay, like they're kind of pushing the opposite of authenticity, like um kind of kind of like what they are pursuing through the internet is who they are, but it's like that isn't true and that can't be true, because like you're in control of what you show the internet. Most of the time, the only thing you want to show the internet is your best side, So it's like you're not always your best self. You're not always like, that persona that you're putting on. You're not always that person. So like why are we acting like that is always who you are, Like and I think that my approach to social media now is the opposite of that. Like, I get on there and I talk about anything, like literally anything. And it's not always my best side. And it's not always, I'm not always having a great day. And I think people should do that more, especially content creators and especially regular people. Also people that aren't pursuing content creation. I think that they should do that as well through their social media to, like you said, form those natural like communities.
When you said that, an image popped up of in my head of like sort of like a pseudo regular person's AMP or there's another one. Uh, I'll come up or AMP and Sidemen, right? where
Mm.
it's just regular dudes who are like honestly probably funnier than any big streamer right now,
Yeah.
but they don't have the audience yet. So they grow
Mm-hmm.
this audience, a certain person and their friends, and they create like a sort of nexus of these are just regular dudes doing regular things, but the way they go about it draws other people in. And
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of, I would say, more casual than your AMPs and your sidemen. And that would sort of create kind of like a, what's it called? A more laid back experience. Like this is
Yeah.
something, if they're live streaming, it'd be at like 2:15 p.m. on a Thursday, and they're like going to get Sonic or whatever.
Yeah.
Just
Right.
dudes being dudes, bros being bros. Um,
Yeah.
and if I think if that happens, where we get to like that kind of scale,
Mm-hmm.
then we've seen the internet truly globalize, revolutionize the way we interact. Because
Yeah.
that means intimate friendships with people who are across the globe, and then because of the reach you've now like amassed, travel is
Mm-hmm.
easier, communication is easier, better equipment, all this other stuff. Like
Mm-hmm.
you get to grow like a genuine community.
Right. And I kind of want to go back for a second to the whole like how the pandemic kind of like how all of this of what we're talking about is really like post pandemic. Like a lot of this wasn't really like they were a thing, but I feel like there was such an increase in growth, especially after the pandemic. And I think a big part of that, like, well, there was two really big reasons for that. Like, number one, coming out of the pandemic, everyone was using the internet as like their safe space and like, their third place to find community. So that's the first reason. And then the second reason is because it turned into such a huge revenue opportunity. So it's like, okay, we have these communities and we know we can make money. So let's just do it. Like it's easy. You don't really have to like do a lot. I guess like it's easily accessible to a lot of people, you know? But I feel like the way you go about it is very important. And I think that contributes to like, how can I use the algorithm to best serve me? Like I feel like that's what those things like contribute to, and like that's how we've gotten to where we are now.
I like that point on the algorithm and its like benefit to us. Because I mean,
Mm-hmm.
the only way it doesn't keep being scary is if we use it.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I think like I said, like it's just it that is true. And I also like I think the whole part where like it's easily accessible, I think that like kind of like ties into that too. It's like, well, like okay, this is easily accessible and in order to best serve me, let me just do it instead of like kind of like running from it, I guess. Because I feel like you can't really function now without like contributing to that, if that makes sense. Like whether you're consuming it, unless what, whether you're consuming it or whether you're actually partaking in like creating content. Like I feel like there really is like no escaping that.
No, I get it. Yes, yes. Everyone is a content creator now. Because, like you said, like its accessibility is
Yeah.
too big word, ubiquitous to
Yeah.
deny its not control, but the hold it has over all of us. Like
Yeah.
if you're not on social, you're so cut off. And it wasn't like that pre-pandemic. It
Yeah.
was, oh, I'm not on socials. Okay. But now it's like for me, like I've noticed that you either have to make like a conscious, controlled effort, or you're like on TikTok all the time. Like, because it's like I said, it's everywhere. It's everywhere.
Yeah. I think I think I'm gonna get into this a little bit more in like later into the episode, but like I was not on social media for like 2 years. And for what? Wait, what did I just say? Sorry, I don't know if the sentence I just said made any sense, but I wasn't on social media for 2 years. I took a break from it. And like I said, like I'll kind of like get into that a little bit more like later in the episode, but I realized that I was kind of working against myself, like meaning like the job that I worked at, or the job that I still work at, is Monday through Friday. I work with a bunch of people that are at minimum 10 years older than me. Like, I am one of the youngest people that work there, and that's only because they hired someone around my age after they hired me, but I had been working there for like a year at that point. So at that point, like everyone I worked with was like significantly older than me. I was taking classes, but they were all online. So my life was pretty much like work and school, but I wasn't surrounded by anyone my own age. And on top of that, I had no social media. And like after a while, I was like, am I really doing myself like any favors by not having social media? Because like I said, like I'm kind of working against myself. Like I'm like depriving myself of the one medium in which my generation of people like finds like community.
I get that heavy because I'm in the same boat right now. Because despite like being on there, I'm not utilizing it as much as I probably like could. And I've
Mm,
seen like so many opportunities just like slip past me. Like
yeah.
it's to the point where I am not anxious, but definitely making a more conscious effort to be, this is gonna sound crazy, but be more online. Like,
Yeah, and no, I felt the same way too because I had deleted it because I felt like social media was affecting me like negatively, so I deleted it. But then like after not being on there for so long, like you said, I'm like you said, it's like, do I need to be online more? Like and it's like it's a very weird like realization. Like, should I be online more? Like, should I be making a conscious effort to be online more because that's where the people are, you know? But it's like, and I want to do an episode over this soon, maybe even the next episode. But like, who set this up? Because like, no, seriously, because it's kind of scary. Like, who made it to where if you're not on the internet, you have like no sense of like social like circle, you know? That's kind of scary. I don't know who set that up, but it's a little terrifying. And like I said, I want to get into that maybe next episode because it's like we're on social media, we're unhappy. We're off of social media, we're unhappy. And that keeps us dormant. And I don't even think I have to say anything else.
you're on to something. You're on to something.
I don't think I will leave the rest of that conversation for next episode because that in itself is a lot.
No, I get that heavy. Like, this is my attempt at audience participation. But if you have theories on that, let us know because we're interested. Because
Please,
we have theories
yes.
on it. We'll tell you our theories on it.
Yes, absolutely. Maybe we can do that. Maybe for the next episode, I'll put like a response on my Instagram. And y'all can do like audience interaction. Okay, so I'll just say this now, but I'll also put the post later. If you have any ideas about like, what I just talked about, basically what we just talked about, we're on social media, we're unhappy, we're off of social media, we're unhappy, tell us your ideas on that. What do you think about that? And we'll talk about that next episode. I wanted to kind of go back for a second about like the whole accessibility of content creation, and more specifically that you kind of, and I hate to say this because I know it's kind of what we're doing, but I'm going to pretend like we're different and just set apart from what I'm about to say. But I feel like because of the accessibility and everything, like as long as you can use the algorithm to your advantage, like you really don't need like a special talent or like niche in order to like pursue like content creation. Like if you can attract an audience and like retain your audience, then like you can probably be pretty successful off of content creation.
I just thought of the most devious thing because throughout history we've had these sort of magic men and women who have this almost uncontrollable talent for charisma, and the internet as a
Yeah,
tool
that's
in their
me.
hands. No, I agree.
Sorry,
It's
I don't mean
us.
to, I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm just like, yeah, like you're looking at them.
No, we're up there. We're up there. Um, but it's a crazy tool. We could, I saw this one video. I fell asleep during it, so I can't really give too much detail. But it was titled something like "The Internet's First Cult," and I was like, "There's potential here.
Potential of what?
Charming an audience, to
Okay,
charming
okay,
an
okay.
audience."
Maybe we should also save that for next episode. Because like
Yeah.
what? Like say potential and starting a cult? Is that what you're talking? You know what? You know what I just realized actually? I remember like a year and a half ago, you told me you wanted to start a cult.
Say again?
Or did I imagine that? Did I
What?
imagine that? I remember a year and a half ago or like around that time, you came to me and you said you were going to start a cult just to see if you could start a cult.
Yeah. I mean, I think
Is
I
that
could.
is that after you watched that YouTube video?
Mm-mm. No, I've been thinking about
Oh,
starting a
okay.
cult since I was like, since freshman year, at least. Maybe even middle school.
That is so worrisome. Oh my. But like just to see if you could do it, like not to
Yeah.
harm people.
No, no, I
Right.
couldn't I can't harm people. They
I
distrust in me.
what? Whoa, wait. This is getting weirdly real.
I'm not serious.
Cuz
I
that
won't start a cult. I
cuz
won't start a
cuz
cult.
cuz cuz what you just said sounded a lot like what a cult leader would say.
Really? I'm a
Yeah, you were like,
natural.
"No, I can't." You were like, "No, I can't hurt people cuz like then they won't trust me." I feel like a cult leader needs people to trust them, so it's like they can't hurt the people. Okay, we're gonna save that because that is a whole nother thing that I just got into and like thought about. But I feel okay. I just want to clear one thing up. I feel like your intention would be like, okay, I'm gonna start this cult just to prove that I can start the cult, and then like once it gets to a certain point, just be like, you are all victims of being like recruited into being in a cult. Go find help, okay?
Yeah.
Because this shouldn't have worked.
Mm-mm.
But you proved to me that it could.
I could do so much with a cult.
No, we're
But
not. Okay. Speaking
moving
of
on.
cults, okay. Okay, I want to talk about someone very specific. When I talk about using the algorithm to your advantage, there's a very specific person that I have in mind, and he's one of the most recent Instagram demi influencers, as he calls himself. And his name is Gavin. What? I did not say his name right. Gavin Wylan. I think that's how you say his name. If you're not familiar with him, like I said, he basically posts reels. That's how he got famous. Um, and I saw him on Instagram a while back, like months ago, and I think he's funny. Like I saw his reels, I thought they were funny. Like he just like says random shit. Like you could tell there was a sense of authenticity to them. Like he was just spitting like whatever came to his mind. And I respected that. I liked that. And like I said, they were funny. But then like after a while, like it just like kind of got weird and like I don't know, just weird. I don't really know how to explain it. I know we were talking about this like, before we started recording and everything. Wait, sorry, did it cut out?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No,
Just a
it's
little.
okay. No, it's fine. I was just saying, like, I know me and you were talking about this before the episode started, like before we started recording, and you were like, "Oh, he triggers your flight or fight," and I was like, "Yes, literally." Like after a while, like when I would see him on my like on my Instagram like search page, like he literally would trigger my fight or flight, and now like I just can't watch any of his reels anymore. But the other night, for some reason, I was like, what is he up to? What is he doing? Did his career take off? And he had a documentary linked to his bio, and I was like, oh, I have to watch this. Like, I need to get into this. I need to know what is this about, right? So basically, according to his documentary, he stopped. He was in college. I think he got to his second year of college, and he dropped out in order to focus on posting reels, like specifically to focus on posting reels. And I'm not like trying to like downplay this. I'm just saying like this is literally what he says in his documentary. And apparently, like his life just changed like in the span of 3 months. Like he went from working his 9 to 5 to like doing like crazy shit. So we're gonna watch some of his documentary. Um, I hope everyone is prepared because I wasn't. So, this is me preparing you right now. His documentary is 20 minutes long. We're not going to be watching the whole thing because honestly, I couldn't even stomach the first like 5 minutes of it. So, we're just going to watch like a little bit of it, like just for shits and giggles. I'm not very tech savvy, so I'm going to just make sure I can like get this on there. Okay, it's on there.
Hmm.
Okay. Let me make the screen bigger. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and play it.
I'm ready. I'm prepared.
All right.
I'm locked in.
All right.
Hey, I'm Gavin Wyland. I'm a demi-influencer. I'm kind of a bum-ass dude, to be real. And this is my story. In
The
January, I
American
dropped
flag
out.
is crazy.
So,
Did you say something?
The American flag draped across his chest.
I No, Ollie, it's bad. It gets so much worse. Like the big okay, I'm sorry. I'm not even trying to like bring him down, but like it truly like in my like depths, like my visceral organs, like it's like I can't. Okay, sorry. Okay. Sorry, Gavin. Okay.
so, like 2 months ago, I wasn't famous. I was just like working a job. And then now we're in LA. We're in the Hollywood Hills. Relaxing.
All this stuff ain't getting fly as fuck. I do that casually. Oh, you think that this a game? I swing and stick like clan weed. I ain't worried about no broke hoe. Ain't nothing to get you built. Last week I flipped up with 100 like my name.
Let's get some measures. Yeah, I mean, people just keep asking me what I'm doing. That's how you become a good influencer. Just puts in this, what is he? What does he do? How is he doing this type of world? Where just people like are entranced and want to get like you.
So I'm gonna go ahead and pause it right there. So we can reflect.
That's
Thoughts on that?
actually, that's kind of like, yeah, stressful. In a word. Like,
Yeah. I mean, like, it's just, I just, I really can't put it into words, like the way it truly like makes me feel. But just know it's a visceral like fight or flight reaction. Like that's how that makes me feel, basically. And yeah, I mean that was literally like just the introduction. That was 1 minute of his 20-minute documentary. Um,
I feel like I've seen the whole 20-minute thing. I'm good.
Literally, but I feel like we just have to scratch the surface like a little bit more. Okay, I promise I'm not gonna put you through any. I'm not gonna put you through much more, but just a little bit more. Okay.
Hold on, man. To that grave. Today's fucked because of yesterday's mistakes. I woke up at 2. Fucking order Panda Express, but I didn't tip, so it took like an hour and 40 minutes to come. It's just fucked, really.
Okay.
Okay. So, like I said, we're not gonna watch the whole thing. If you want to watch the whole thing, just look up Gavin Whalen on YouTube. It's under documentary forever. Like that's the page that posted this. But I just want to recap a little bit. I just want to go back a little bit. So he's living in Hollywood Hills. Originally from Canada, just moved to California, like for the time being. Apparently he's affording this nice ass house. I'm assuming he's renting it like with a bunch of other people, but it's obviously, if it's Hollywood Hills, I'm sure it's expensive. It looks like a big house, you know. Honestly, what gets me is that it cuts to him like in his big ass house blowing money on like strippers and like all this stuff, and then it like cuts to him like, yeah, I didn't tip my like DoorDash driver. That was an observation that I made. I'm sorry. I know it's really not a money thing, but it's just like, are you...
It's a priority thing.
Okay. And like, then this guy comes in and I'm like, who are you? I don't know who you are. Are you a significant person to like the storyline? I literally... Okay, I promise. I promise. Okay, I'm just gonna play it.
So we went to the club, went back to Denny's, went back to IHOP, went back to Denny's, just to go back to the club and then go home and go for an alcohol drive.
We came back here, we smoked a joint, I got violently high, and then I fell asleep. So I can't even recollect what happened with them.
Let's take some shots.
I've known Gavin for 2 weeks. Chill guy. Followed him on Instagram before that. He was on my algorithm. Like, he doesn't really speak like a normal person would sometimes. It's basically all just Instagram brain rot lingo.
Smoking white runs.
Oh, okay. So, like, this is the part of the video that is literally about to show you, like, why he's gotten famous, like why he's gotten, like, so famous in, like, the past few months. Like, the next, like, 20 seconds of the video is gonna show that.
Runs with Black China, Stepping, Green Margellas, Burger King foot lettuce, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Michelangelo, smoking turtle pie. Guys, hitting the iced coffee like it's my job. Blowing up on reels, and I think they know that. She yelled it in my ear because I stole her Prozac.
Gavin has
He's funny. I think he's funny. He makes me laugh. I mean, like, I think he's a funny dude. He seems cool.
I have a small observation. If like, assuming that's like happening around like the time I think it's happening, he's speaking algorithm. At that point, he is like one with the algorithm. He games the system.
He is not using the algorithm. The algorithm is using him. Like,
yes,
it's not even real.
That's insane.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so like okay, so like I said, he's a funny dude. He seems cool. I fear for his brain is literally rotting. I know people joke about brain rot lingo, but like, I fear his brain is quite literally rotting, unfortunately. I think, like, honestly, and I really hate to sound like a mom, but I think what bothers me is that like there is like no sense of direction from this, like with what he's pursuing. Like, I feel like people who like go into content creation kind of have an idea of like generally what they would like to do. Like I feel like, he's funny. He could do stand up. He could do, acting if like he really wanted to do that, but like I feel like for him like it's just like about kind of like looking cool on the internet, which like I realized after a while, and like that's why I kind of like stopped watching his stuff, because I was like, this is kind of lame. Like, you're funny. You can go do something. Like, you can pursue something. Like, if you just like did it and didn't like let the algorithm like take over your consciousness.
No, I agree. I had something and it left. I'm sorry. It was. Oh my god. It was.
No, that's okay.
He's in terms of direction. There's gonna be a trend you can't hop on. There's gonna be something completely like barred from you like your existence, and as soon as that happens you lose everything, and it's simply like unsustainable. Like once he stops being the trend, then it's like, get him out of here. He's old news, get him out.
Who that kind of right, and you know who that kind of reminds me of? Lil Pump. Blast from the past. But like literally,
what's he doing?
He was I'm sorry. I watch his Snapchat stories. Please don't make fun of me, okay? Because literally that is exactly what goes through my head. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing with your life? Like, what's going on with your life, And I guess he still makes music, like semi makes music. I don't really know what he does. I know him and Trump are like buddies, so I don't know if like I know that was random. Was that random? I don't know.
It's random that he's friends with Trump. Like, in what situation would they be like together?
I don't know. Doing drugs, maybe. Like I don't really know. Yeah, quite literally. I think Trump like either Trump endorsed Lil Pump or Lil Pump endorsed Trump like during his like when he was running for president initially, which is when Lil Pump was like kind of like, a little popular or whatever. And when Trump like introduced him onto like the podium, he introduced him as Lil Pimp. I don't know if you remember that or saw that.
Lil Pimp is crazy.
You're
a presidential candidate, sir.
It was, oh my god, that literally just brought back so many memories of like 2016. Oh Lord. Okay. Like going back to the whole Gavin Weiland thing. I just kind of feel bad for him. Like, I know that, like I said, I don't mean to sound like a mother, but like you dropped out of school to pursue, reels, and you did it, and like you were successful at it, but it's like where, like you said, like where does that go? Like in a way, like the way I think about it is like, where's the substance? Where's the foundation, And like, I don't feel like the type of lifestyle that he's
My bad. I'm busy.
No, that's okay.
Look what you should call me for my birthday.
Oh, that's sick. That's actually sick. My brother got a jersey.
Let me see. Show it. Oh no, that's cool. That's cool. Can you hear me?
Mm-mm. She said it's cool.
Happy late birthday.
She said happy late birthday.
I'll touch it, thank you.
He said thank you. Alright, I'm busy. My bad. Sorry.
It's fine. Was that his friend?
No, they're both my brothers.
Wait, I know that was the younger one. Was that also Yusuf? He looks so different.
Yeah, kid's a grown man.
Whoa, I guess they do grow up. I don't know. In my world,
fast.
it's yeah. We just sound like parents.
Proud of him. Both of them.
Just like, wait, those are the kids. Last time I saw them, they were this big.
I know. They're both taller. Like they're like 6'2" and 6'4" now.
Damn!
Up like
oh my
beanstalk.
gosh! Jeez, I mean, you're pretty tall too.
I am.
Your parents were just like shooting out redacted. Your parents were like shooting out athletes. Goodness.
Yeah.
That's
They
crazy.
just came back from soccer practice.
Oh, nice. Are they on the same team?
Mm-mm. Private training.
Oh, private training. Got you. Wow, that's pretty cool. I'm sorry, we just got like so off track, but that was crazy.
I know. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. But like we were talking about, like, like where does this go? Like there's no foundation. There's really like no support in it. It's just like you're just riding a wave until it ends, and it will end. And where do you go after that?
Disappear into the void that is the internet. You either gotta like you gotta do crazy shit. You gotta like make a fool out of yourself and everyone around you in order to stay relevant at that point. And it's severely unfair, not only to the creator himself, but to his audience. They've got
Yeah.
they've got this like trust in him almost. Like, this is what you're here for. This is what we can rely on you for. And you failed. Like you get taken out of the throne that you like hopped on. If your
Yeah.
throne is a trend, I don't want to say you don't deserve it, but I will say you don't deserve the longevity that comes with authenticity.
Yeah, that was bars. I'm not gonna lie, that really was bars.
Thank you.
And that's what we're promoting. Longevity. Wait, what? Authenticity for longevity. That's what we are about. Wow, I'm putting that in my bio immediately. That is like,
Thank
wow,
you.
that was powerful. I'm putting that in the podcast bio right now because
Yeah.
yes,
That's
I
our
need that.
that's our blurb.
Yes, that's our blurb. Oh my gosh, that makes me excited. It's like it like resonates so much. Oh my gosh. Going back to like the whole audience thing and like making a fool out of himself and everything. Wait, can you hear me okay? The audio's okay? Okay.
Mhm.
Like going back to the whole, what the hell is that? Sorry.
No, it's cool.
Wow, that was weird. Okay, anyway. Like making a fool out of himself and everything. I feel like his audience is actually like realizing how lame he is already. Like, and his career kind of just started like earlier this year. I don't feel like having to deal with like the whole screen sharing thing again, but I did read the comments like when I first came across the video, and it's like the people are already giving up on him. Like, and it's kind of sad. Like, it's like, damn, like the people that supported you and got you to this point, like they're already giving up on you because like, you saw in the video, he's already making a fool of himself. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, how old are you? Like, what are you doing? Literally. And people in the comments were already like realizing that and like calling him out. They're like, damn, we're gonna see Gavin go down a dark path. Like, that was literally one of the comments on his YouTube video. And someone else was like, damn, I thought bro was a bum, and then I watched this and I realized he is a bum. like his own audience is like roasting him, like, and realizing like he really doesn't like have anything going on.
Sad. I think sad shit, honestly. He's got to
Yeah.
I think the documentary was his attempt at like doing something like different for his people, and it just like backfired because it was like, this is just extension of the same thing. There's nothing added. There's no substance again. It's just, hey,
Yeah.
I'm exactly who you thought I was.
Yes, and like I think that's supposed to be the joke. Like, I think that his audience thought like his character in a way and his persona was like satire, and it's like, oh, this is just for shits and giggles. But I feel like to him, like to Gavin, the joke is that this is my real life. Like, I'm not putting on a front. Like, this is exactly who I am, and like I'm not like this like mastermind behind like my come up. Like, I'm literally just doing foolish shit to get people's attention, and y'all are like falling for it.
Then it calls into question the audience.
Yep. I mean, like, I still would like to put the blame on the creator. I mean, like, I agree. Like we have a sense of responsibility for the type of content that we consume, but I think like for him as a person, like, it's a very blurry line between what's real for him and what he's doing like for the internet. And like I said, like, I think that's the joke to him is like, haha, people think I'm like playing a character and like putting on a persona, but actually like I am just as stupid as I act on the internet.
That's scary. It's a scary thought because, like, okay, So someone I would say more malicious comes up, does the exact same thing, but has a backup plan, and now they've got eyes and ears. Hold on,
Everything.
we're just getting back into cult territory. My bad.
I was literally just about to say, I was like, okay, because you're sounding kind of like Colt again a little bit, and also I was like, all of that literally plays into like what I want to talk about next episode. Like I want to talk about like in a way, and I don't mean to sound like a conspiracy theorist right now, but in a way, who sent social media? Because I feel like whoever sent it, they just want to keep us stupid. They just want to keep us dormant and controllable and push us to push capitalism even more than they already did originally, and like push consumerism, which I want to talk about eventually, like the whole beauty industry. And like I know obviously like you're not on that side of like social media probably, but like this the huge beauty industry like on social media, and like the amount of like makeup content creators, I think all of that is just consumerism, capitalism. Like that's literally all it is. I mean, I think so at least. And wow, like I'm already coming up with like a whole bunch of like topics already like to talk about for next episode. Yeah, so next episode we'll be carrying on this conversation of social media. We'll probably get into a lot of the stuff that we were talking about today, you know, cults and,
Yeah,
you know, us, I don't know, like social media, keeping us dormant in a way. We're on social
keeping
media.
us
We're on
complacent.
complacent. Ooh, that's a good one. That's something I wanted to touch on. Social media stunts our growth so much. And we're gonna leave that for next episode because you know we're already hitting the hour mark here. But thank you all so much for listening. Truly, I like even just after the first episode, I had like no expectations, and somehow my expectations were exceeded. I just feel like the community and the supporters, like it's already like everything I hoped for, which is like we were talking about at the beginning, that like our hope is to form community, and we're not here to just feed y'all information. Like please interact with us, please continue the conversation, because that is our goal and what we want: authenticity for longevity.
Yes, this is this podcast for us is not a way for us to throw our thoughts into a void and hope something happens. This is a mirror, a conversation. We are
Yes.
using the algorithm to our advantage.
Stop, don't say that. We're different, remember?
We're
We're
different.
different. Yes, we're different. We're not your average content. Okay? Um and please, I'm very thank you so much for the support, but I did want to throw out there, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, so we can, you know, get more people, you know, in our community. And if you watch the YouTube videos, please like them also. We would very much appreciate it. Did you have anything else, Ollie?
I've been waiting so long for this. Hit that
Oh
like
God.
button, leave a comment, subscribe, and hit the bell notification to get more
Go ahead.
content from us. Follow us on all
Go
our
ahead.
socials, and be sure to leave any sort of message you want for us. We read all of them, and we are so grateful for every single one of you.
Yes, the end of that especially, but I wanted to say this. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. Guys, if you're still
Yes,
listening to this,
you're a real one. Comment
smash that like
pineapple if
button.
you're still here.
If you're still here, comment authenticity for longevity.
Hashtag authenticity for longevity. It's our time.
I cannot. I'm sorry. I'm unironically saying smash that like button at the end of videos now.
I
Just because,
know.
like, I can't not say it.
It's so fun. It's so fun. As soon as I said it, I was like, this is everything.
Yes, I get it now. Okay, okay, other content creators, I get it now. All right, we'll be a little bit like you, I guess. But in the meantime, going in the meantime, if you don't follow our socials, they're in the description. I post videos on my Instagram story every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. They're random, but I think they're entertaining. We also
They're
have a
more than
joint.
entertaining. They're amazing. They are.
Oh,
Go watch them. Go watch your stories. You will. It's
yes.
like this distilled. You'll trust me. You won't regret it. If you love this, you'll love her story.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, go. So my Instagram is in the description. Ollie's Instagram is in the description, and we also have our joint podcast Instagram in the description, which is used for like announcements for the podcast and everything. Yeah, I don't really have anything else. Did you have anything else?
Nope. We're all good.
All right. Thank y'all so much for joining us again. I hope you have a beautiful day or night, depending on when you're listening to this, and we will see y'all next time.
Bye, guys.